Every day I cut up 10 tons of apples, but I don't eat a single piece. What I need are the apple seeds inside. I then grind the apple seeds into powder to extract the cyanide from them. Just 15 grams of this stuff is enough to kill someone. Next, I sneak into my student's house and add several spoonfuls of apple seed powder to his protein powder. The next day, the man drinks his protein shake without suspecting anything. In less than a minute, the poison takes effect. The man collapses to the ground, his entire body weak and paralyzed. Thanks to timely medical intervention, his life is saved, but he's left completely paralyzed. However, my plan is far from over. To avoid police suspicion, I sneak into another student's house carrying a large quantity of apples. I deliberately leave apple pieces on the cutting board, creating the illusion that someone had just removed the seeds. I also search for cyanide extraction methods on the student's computer. Meanwhile, the homeowner is at the hospital visiting his friend, the paralyzed man, completely unaware that he's being framed. Just then, a neighbor calls to tell the man his house is on fire. The police at the hospital quickly escort the man home, only to find everything normal, with no fire at all. Little do they know, this is all part of my design. Before leaving, I deliberately flick a lighter to trigger the house's fire alarm, specifically to draw the police to the man's home. As soon as they enter, the police discover large quantities of apple pieces and seeds in the kitchen. With such overwhelming evidence, the police are thrilled. They ultimately arrest the man on charges of attempted murder. However, these two men's fate doesn't deserve sympathy. In fact, it feels quite satisfying. One night, these two men, along with two other accomplices, kidnapped my daughter and took turns torturing her for 8 hours before dumping her like a dead dog. When I saw my daughter again, it was in the hospital. Seeing my daughter tortured to this state broke my heart. After my daughter woke up, she provided testimony to the police. Soon, these 4 scumbags were arrested on rape charges, but the ringleader was a rich kid with immense power and influence. He used his money to bribe the judge, and ultimately all the scumbags were released without charges. My husband couldn't accept this outcome and went straight up to punch one of the scumbags, only to be arrested for contempt of court. I was powerless and could only watch helplessly as my husband was dragged into the police car, while the scumbags who hurt my daughter were hugging and celebrating. In that moment, the law seemed utterly ridiculous, so I decided to use my own methods to get justice for my daughter.